Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our first true test of this NBA season. That test that I'm referring to is known as the simulation. We are going to simulate a month ahead into the NBA season, and this is huge because if your team is winning a lot of games during the simulation, you know that you put together a good team, and you know your team is more than likely going to make the postseason, straight up. So it's going to be extremely interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens during this simulation because it's really going to be telling. But before I continue, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony. Let's get things rolling. Brandon Clarke been wanting to talk for a minute now since the last episode. I don't think I pointed it out in the last episode. I don't know if I did. 5-4 to start this NBA season, but Brandon Clarke does not think we value his contributions because we are yet to offer him a contract extension. So he says, "Hey King, I like to talk about working out an extension. I've been thinking about this since the last EP, and I'm going to promise the extension. I'm going to go ahead and extend his contract, but you guys know PS Compulsion is cheap, so I'm going to try to lowball him, low-key. Yo, he is making this harder than it needs to be, bro. Declined another one of my offers. This is like my third offer to him. All right. So, 2-year plus 1 with the team option. I give him 40 mil, so that's approximately 13 mil per year. 13, then 14, then probably 15 mil the last year. And there we go. He has happily accepted the offer from the Vancouver Grizzlies. Ladies and gentlemen, we re-signed him. Didn't want to give him that much money, but I'm glad we were able to get him with the team option so that last year, we don't have to bring him back if we don't want to. 2K. This is... Yo, they really did me dirty. So, I signed Brandon Clarke to a 2-year plus 1 team contract, meaning that the first 2 years is guaranteed, but the third year, I could decide whether or not to bring him back. As you can see, if you have a team option on like your contract, that year will be highlighted as blue. And it's not for Brandon Clarke. So 2K just really hit me with the BS. Another glitch from my NBA. Check it out. That last season, they're basically saying that it's guaranteed. So he's getting 12 mil, then 13 mil. Then the last year is supposed to be the team option where I could decide whether or not to bring him back. But it's saying that it's just a regular year for him. So I basically just signed him to a 3-year deal. Like, that's crazy, bro. They really did me dirty. Anyways, we're 5-4 for the NBA season so far. And we're going to be simulating a month into the NBA season. The question is, what date am I simulating up to? I want to sim past December 25th. Primarily because that's when a lot of the players will be available to get traded. So let's start this simulation off. And so far, so good. We're winning a lot of games. Error. Oh, always use the global game plan. I really don't care. Use the global game plan again. There we go. I don't know why that pops up before certain games. Like, does that mean somebody got injured? I think that's what it means. I don't really care. Anyways, the simulation is going lit. Look at all these dubs. Look at all these W's, bro. How many wins in a row was that? That looks to be 7 wins in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 W's in a row. Let me simulate this game versus OKC. Please do not lose. There we go. We win another game. So that's 8 wins in a row for your Vancouver Grizzlies. Talk about a good start to the NBA season. 22-9 for the NBA season. We won 8 games in a row. We're right behind the New Orleans Pelicans for the second best team in the Western Conference. Well, we are the second best team in the Western Conference as of right now. And Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks, they want contract extensions. That's lit. Talk about a good start to the season. Ja and Beal are both averaging 24 points per game. Ja's basically at 25. Let's round up. But that's crazy. Ja Morant wants to hammer out a contract extension. I'm promising the extension, of course. Why wouldn't I? Like, I would be stupid not to do so. Like, bro, of course, I'm going to go ahead and offer him this contract extension right now. So he wants to resign. Dillon Brooks wants to resign as well. But I'm going to focus on him a little bit later on. Right now is Ja, 4-year, $135 million deal. You guys know PS Compulsion is cheap. So I'm going to have to lower that price down just a little bit. I don't know if he will take 125 maybe. You guys think he'll take 125? 125, 4 years, max. Oh, he accepted it. Ja Morant taking a little bit of a pay cut but we just locked down our future star for years to come. Let's go. Your boy Ja Morant wants to speak to you again. Let's see. He's thrilled at how much his teammates have stepped it up. That's what I want to see. Ah, man. This is lit. 2029 for the NBA season so far. Ja Morant just re-signed on a 4-year, $125 million deal. Just wanted to let you know how happy I am with how we've been playing. Bro, we put together a good team around you. So as long as Ja Morant is happy, I'm happy, in all honesty. Of course, I'm not going to give a tough love. I'm a Kyle the player. Of course, you are. This is your team, bro. This is definitely your team. Ooh, let's talk with the press. Let's see what happens. The press conferences doesn't pop up anymore. Like, sometimes it just pops up in, like, the menu. Would you ever consider trading Desmond Bane? No comment. Does Desmond Bane want to be traded? I don't know. I'm not going to comment on who we might or might not trade. Thank you very much. And his morale goes down. It's in the 30s. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me see something. So Desmond Bane refuses to re-sign with us. Apparently, he's unhappy on our squad. The funny thing is, he's our small forward right off the bench. So what do you really have to be upset about? You're not playing well for the NBA season so far, so we're gonna have to trade him. This is looking like the best trade possible, in all honesty. Desmond Bane, as you can see, he has an increased risk of injury with his head and his knees. Diallo, he's perfectly fine. Nice young talent, 24 years old. I'm really leaning towards this deal. I mean, the only downside is that, look at him, uneasy. Like, bro, I was not expecting that from Bane. So he has the team option on his contract. We could bring him back next season if we want. Diallo, he doesn't have it. So basically, if we make this trade, it's a huge risk because Diallo could walk away in the offseason if we don't have enough money to re-sign him, which more than likely we won't. So that's the problem. But he's been averaging 12 points per game for the Detroit Pistons, which is pretty good. We need that kind of offense coming off the bench. Desmond Bane hasn't averaged more than 10 points this season, only averaging 5 points per game. That's crazy. That's really crazy. So I'm guessing I'm gonna go with this deal. In all honesty, I feel like it will be the best thing for us right now. It's a long shot, but I feel like this is the best thing for us, in all honesty. I really, really believe so. Especially because he could help us this season, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna just go with it. I'm gonna just go with my gut feeling. Make the trade. Welcome to the squad, Diallo. I had to chit chat with my guy. Wish they had like new conversations. A lot of these generated conversations that you have when you chit chat with the players are basically the same thing as 2K21, 2K20, but was a pretty good deal for Diallo, although after this season we might not be able to get him back. I still feel like we made a pretty good trade. Definitely could help us this season, especially with the offense coming off the bench. Nice young player that we could just throw in there with Marcus Smart, Obi Toppin, Tillman. So I feel like it was a pretty good deal. Someone that's healthy, so he's going to see the floor a lot and could potentially get better. I see him going up to like at least an 80 or 83 overall, maybe. I don't know. So Diallo, no bird rights on his contract. We need cap space in order to bring him back. That's the only part that really sucks. So it was a huge risk trading for him, but it's going to pay off, bro. It's going to pay off. You guys just got to trust in me. On to Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks is willing to re-sign with our squad, expected to ask for $15 million per year. In my opinion, that's a lot for Dillon Brooks. Probably worth, I would say, 7 to 10 mil per year. His overall is 82, but I really believe that he reached his peak. We gotta test this theory out though. Where's he at? Okay, so Adams, the general manager for the Orlando Magic, I spent time getting his trust and morale all the way up to excellent. And why? Because if the GM is excellent in terms of y'all relationship, they will be willing to trade any player. So let's test that theory out, right? So let's find the Orlando Magic. I told you guys I wanted to trade for Mikal Bridges, but let's see if they'll be willing to trade Wendell Carter, and they will. They want Bradley Beal. No. That's actually not that bad of a deal, now that I'm looking at it. Ja Morant for Jalen Suggs and Capella, no thank you. That deal is tight beastly. I'm not messing with that. But Mikal Bridges, this is the main player that I wanted at the small forward position. The only problem is that he's on a 1-year deal. Same thing as Diallo. Wouldn't be able to go over the cap to re-sign him because doesn't have enough bird years on his contract. But Let's see what deals we get for Mikal Bridges. They want Dillon Brooks and Tyus Jones. That's a decent deal. That's pretty decent, in my opinion, and a future first rounder. Not bad. Brandon Clarke and Dillon Brooks. No. Robert Williams. No. Bradley Beal. No. So the only good deal I really see is Dillon Brooks. The rest of these deals are not cutting it for me. There has to be a way I could trade Dillon Brooks for Mikal Bridges, like, one-on-one. I mean, why not? Oh, wait. Semi Ojeleye. I should be able to add him to the deal. There we go. So Dillon Brooks, Semi Ojeleye for Mikal Bridges, and they hit me with a counter offer. They want to give me Jonathan Isaac, but we got to give up Marcus Smart. So more than likely, I might be able to get Mikal Bridges on the squad. Maybe if I throw in like some second rounders. I'm sure if I throw in a bunch of second rounders, they're going to accept the deal. But as of right now, nah, I'm not going to make the trade. You guys, I need you guys' help on this one. Like, should I make a deal for Mikal Bridges? I mean, that deal for Bradley Beal and somebody else for Mikal Bridges and Wendell Carter, that's actually a pretty interesting deal, in my opinion. Very, very interesting, but I don't know, man. I don't know. At least they're willing to trade me any player on the Orlando Magic, which is good. So far, the relationship status with the GM of the Orlando Magic works out. I don't know. Y'all need to let me know. But tell me what you guys thought about that trade for Diallo. In my opinion, I feel like it was needed. Desmond Bane was somebody I wanted to get rid of to improve the backup small forward position. He was just way too inconsistent. As you can see, only averaging 5 points per game, coming off the bench. I gave him a lot of playing time. I gave him a lot of burn. And in every single game, I took a few shots with him, but just was not working out, bro. It just was not working out. Hopefully, Diallo could be a lot better coming off the bench. Him with Obi Toppin, Marcus Smart. I feel like that's a pretty decent second unit, in my opinion. Pretty decent if I do say so myself. But let me know what you think about the trade in the comment section below. Let me know, should I trade for Mikal Bridges? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. This is the Prince of YouTube signing out. I'll see you guys in the next EP.